If you're a business owner or you're a salesperson that does sales pitch regularly, in this video, I want to share with you my upsell pitch that has gotten me a 30% conversion rate. That means for every 10 people that I do this sales pitch to, about 3 people will buy. Now, before I go further, let me just provide a little bit of context. Most of you should know that I run a music school. Alright, so I created this sales pitch back when we were doing a lot of music workshop. And you see, being an entrepreneur is a challenging thing, right? There are a lot of skills that you have to learn. So one of the first skills I learned was persuasive writing. I learned copywriting. And then of course I learned how to run ads, and eventually it came a point where I need to learn how to sell in person. And that's where I came up with this sales pitch. And this sales pitch, I have implemented it for myself, and I've also shared it with business owners, and it has also gotten them quite good results, at least a 30% conversion rate. So I want to share that with you. So those of you guys who does any sort of sales pitch, whether you're a real estate person, you're a gym trainer that require any sort of selling, this should be pretty useful for you. Now, so again, back to the context of this sales pitch, right? So back in 2018, we were running a lot of music workshops. I conducted a lot of 2-hour ukulele workshop. And being a very data-driven marketer, right, I always track all my stats. How many people came to my workshop? How many people converted to my upsell packages? This particular pitch I'm going to share has 6 steps in it. And like I said, it has a 30% conversion rate. Of course, it differs, right, in your industry, in your offer. But I believe if you follow the 6 steps closely, it should be quite helpful in helping you to achieve a higher conversion rate. I don't want to overpromise that if you follow this, you will definitely get a 30% conversion rate, but it should help. I call this the 30% upsell pitch framework, okay, just because I've gotten 30% to buy. And there are 6 steps, right? But before going into the 6 steps, I want to explain how will this work. Okay, first of all, right, it will only work if, first of all, you are selling a service, okay, and you are using this pitch after a trial session. Whether it's a paid trial or a free trial, you want to use this pitch after that trial session. And the second thing to also note that best in terms of ROI sense if you're selling something of a higher ticket item. Okay, so for example, you're selling a trial of like $20 to $60, and then you can use this upsell pitch to sell something a bit higher, $1,000, $1,500 to $2,000. And this should help you give a higher lift in your overall conversion rates, your overall ROI. Okay, so those are the 2 things to note. Number 1, you should be applying this pitch to after a trial session, and then it should be somewhere, the package you should be selling should be somewhere around like $1,000, $1,500 to get the most ROI out of this. Let me go into the 6 steps of my 30% upsell pitch framework. Step number 1, at the start of the trial, you want to share your why and what of your business. So why did you start this business? Number 2, after the trial, summarize, right, what outcome was achieved for your client. Step number 3, share your personal story again, right, why you have decided to do this. Quite similar to step number 1, but step number 3 is like re-emphasis of your belief. Step number 4 is where you connect your pitch to your upsell offer. Step number 5, you explain to them how you can help them to achieve more. And number 6 is where you drop a time-limited offer to make them say yes. Alright, so let me go into each of these steps and I can explain and elaborate a little bit more. Okay, at the time of filming this video and writing it in my newsletter, I've gotten a gym client to execute this pitch. Okay, and then getting at least a 20 to 30% conversion rate, which is pretty good. So why am I sharing all this? The reason is because, it really heartens me when any of my tips or content, right, helps business owners. Because this is something that money can't buy, right? Hope. Like today, if I share this upsell pitch with you and it helps you to bring more sales, you get to earn the money, correct? It makes me feel good that I can actually help people out there, and I've actually helped business owners to do that. Okay, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this video. Aside of like part of my content strategy is doing such video. Okay, but one of the real reasons is because I really enjoy doing it. Okay, so let's go into the pointers. Okay, step number 1, share your why and what of your business at the start. So let me just bring this back into my ukulele workshop so it gives you a bit more context on why I'm doing this. So before I start my 2-hour ukulele workshop, I usually screen a video of my business, what it does, how did it started. Okay, it's a short 2 minutes video. Okay, so you will want to apply this as well when you're conducting your trial. Whether you're a gym trainer, somebody is coming to your beauty salon or your body slimming salon as well, you would just want to have a quick introduction about your spa, your salon, your service, why you decided to do this. So for me, it was a 2-minute video. I shared how Travel Clef was started, what services did we offer before going in conducting the workshop. Likewise, you want to do that before going to your service. Okay, because that's where you start to subconsciously help your client to have that idea, help them build that perception that you're an authority, you know what you're doing, and you're an expert in that field. Because that will help later on in closing the pitch. Okay, so that's step number 1. Now, when I'm done with my workshop, that's where I move on to summarize what outcome was achieved in that workshop. Okay, so in my 2-hour ukulele workshop, they usually will learn how to play and sing at the end of the workshop. Okay, so that's where I will summarize what was covered. Okay, so just imagine, okay guys, well done, you completed your ukulele workshop, and today in this short span of 2 hours, you guys have learned how to play and sing on the ukulele even if you had zero music background. You know, it's a very guru style of pitching, okay, but it works. Okay, and why we want to summarize the outcome they have achieved is to remind them that the benefit and the outcome they have achieved when they come for the session. Because then again, this will build up to your pitch, and then they will have subconsciously, they will think that, hey, I've done this, so if I were to sign up for a bigger package, I can achieve more. Okay, likewise, like I said, it depends on which industry you're in, but the idea here is just to remind them what they have achieved and what more they can achieve if they were to continue the journey with you. That's why point number 2, you need to summarize what was achieved. Point number 3, before connecting to the upsell offer, okay, you just want to share your story why you decided to do this. So at the end of my ukulele workshop, right, after I remind them of the outcome they've achieved, this is where I share my personal story. So you can imagine the energy level is very high, right? Okay, well done guys, we've achieved this, we have done this. And that's where I will tone down a little bit and just to share my personal story about why I started my music school, right? So I'll go into the story of sharing why I started Travel Clef. Alright, most of you right now who are in this music workshop, you are here to learn music because you have a dream. It has always been your dream to learn music when you were younger, but you didn't have the money. And now you guys are working adults, you have the money to learn music, but you don't have the time. Okay, and that's where I started Travel Clef, and we created short workshops like this because without having to invest a lot of time, you can learn how to play music in these short workshops. So that's a benefit of my workshops. So that's my personal story, right? And you want to share that as well on your own, because I mean, those of you who are watching this video up to this point, I'm pretty sure you started your business with a reason, right? For sure is to help people, and you want to share that with people, okay? Because this concept is called the golden circle concept. I've read this from Simon Sinek's book. Okay, he shared about the golden circle. It's where, you know, instead of advertising or marketing your business features, what you provide, what's your special price and all that, right? You want to share about why first. All right, share your why before talking about your how and your what. Okay, and that's the reason why point number 3 of my upsell pitch framework, this is in a pitch, right? You first want to share your why first before then telling people about what other things you have to sell. Because if you start to tell them your why, they will build a stronger bond with you. Okay, if you just go and Google the golden circle, you know what I mean. So this is the reason why I shared my why. So likewise, for you guys watching this, in your upsell pitch, you need to have a part where you share your why you decided to go into this business. Why do you started to create this program or this service or this product? And moving on to the next part of the pitch, after you have shared your story, this is where you connect it to your upsell offer, which is that bigger package that you want to sell. Okay? So how I usually do this is this. I will first ask, okay, do you all achieve a lot in this session? Of course, they'll say yes, right? Because remember in point 2, you reminded them, right? So when they say yes, this is where you can tell them you can help them to achieve more. Let me just sidetrack this and apply this to another industry, like in the gym industry, right? Let's say today I'm a personal trainer. I hold a free trial session. Okay, at the end of the session, I probably introduce certain exercises to help my clients become more mobile or more flexible. This is where you connect to the upsell offer, and how you want to connect it is this. You say, oh, by the way, do you find today's session useful? They will say yes. Of course, if they say no, that means that you weren't really adding value to that client, right? But over here, when you ask, oh, so was today's session helpful? If they say yes, this is where you connect it. Oh, that's good, because if you found today's session helpful, we actually have this. And this is your package, right? Where you say, oh, we have a special 10 sessions today where, you know, this curriculum, we've planned this out, you can achieve this by the end of 10 sessions. That is where you connect it to your upsell pitch. Because I realize it's the connecting part that most people don't know how to do it. Okay, so how you connect to your upsell offer is number 1, you want to ask them, was the session useful? And if it's useful, that's where you connect. Oh, in that case, if it was useful today, we want to introduce you to our your name of your package. Okay, because by the end of these sessions, you will achieve this. Lay it out very clearly for them what you can help them to achieve. Right, so that's actually point 5. Point 4, you connect to the upsell offer. Point 5, you explain how you can help them to achieve more. So it's kind of like a combination of point 4 and 5. And point 6, this is where you drop the time limited offer. So imagine, okay, let me go back to point 4. Let me just connect point 4, 5, and 6 together and show you how it's done. Okay, point 4, you connect the upsell offer. Point 5, okay, explain how you can help them achieve more. Point 6, you give them the limited time offer and tell them to make the decision by when. So let's imagine, okay, so Mr. Tan, do you find today's session useful? Right, yes, if it was useful, right, we just want to introduce you to our package. Now, in this 10 session beginners package, right, we will help you to achieve this. And by the end of 10 session, our aim is help you to achieve this. Okay, and the usual price for the 10 sessions is 2,000 bucks, but only for today, all right, we are having a special discount at just 1,005 bucks. So this is the killer part. Okay, you really need to be daring to do this, because when I talk to most business owners, they do not dare to be so salesy in that sense. Okay, but you just need to practice at home, right? The usual price for this is 2,000 bucks, but only for today, we are having a special promo. If you sign up with us today, we can offer you at a special price of 1,005. I'm leaving a lot of the details out because I don't want to share my client's offer. But okay, maybe I can share my music offer, right? So usually in my ukulele workshop, I say, okay, so do you all find today's session useful? Yes, right. You learn how to play how many songs in the end of 2 hours. Now, if you found today's session useful, I really want you guys to consider our full ukulele program. All right. By the end of these sessions, we will be able to play more songs and do more strumming patterns and learn more advanced techniques. Okay, then I will demonstrate to them. The usual price for my ukulele program is $500, but today you can sign up at only $388. Right, obviously, the figures I've forgotten already, but that was how I do the pitch. So can you imagine you connect the upsell offer, you explain to them what you can help them to achieve more, and before you drop the price. So the key thing in point number 6 is there is a time limit to when they can get the offer, and that's a very important element when you make the pitch. Because if you just simply say, okay, the usual price is 2,000, but if you sign up today, you can get 1,500, then they will, oh, okay, right? They won't take action. Humans need a deadline to take action. So you just need to add an on. Okay, the usual price is 2,000 bucks, but you have to make the decision today because the offer only runs until today. If you were to make your decision and sign up by today, you can sign up at only 1,500. Okay, then over here, some of you might be wondering, okay, the truth is, how do I fake the scarcity? Okay, so over here, you see, the thing is this, I'm not trying to tell you guys to be unethical and to come up with a fake offer. The truth is this, when I run my offer, I really run the offer only for 1 day. And if they leave my workshop and they come back again, I usually do not give the same price. Okay, so how you can actually explain this to your clients if you're giving a special price? Okay, you can use things like there's limited spots, you have limited space, you have limited time. It's just a limited time promo, and you just tell them, okay, because we are running this offer only for this month, and we don't know when this offer will be up till. That's why we only run this offer for 1 day. Yeah, so just tell the truth. Okay, of course, this is something that's not comfortable for you. You want to change it to something that is real and explain to them. Because when I work with business owners, the truth is this, I know that they have limited spots. I work with service clients all the time. They do not have rooms and therapies available all the time, right? And that's where if somebody signs a package, they need to pre-book all the sessions to make sure that they can fulfill it. And that's where they say, it's true, because we have limited time, we have limited space. Sometimes they run promo because of certain reasons. Christmas period, okay, then they will say, okay, because this is a special Christmas offer, we only run it till this week. So the key thing is this, all right? I just again want to remind you guys, number 1, you must be real. And number 2, the offer that you put out there must have a deadline to it so that they will take action. So this is very much my whole 30% upsell pitch framework, and I explain it across in these 6 pointers. It's a little bit hard for you to learn just based on this video, okay? And because it depends on what industry you're in, but the fact is that this pitch works. It has worked for myself. It has worked for clients in different industry. So the key thing is you just want to write down your own script and then practice it. Now, when it comes to practicing a sales script, it differs for everybody. Some of you guys learn better by watching. Some of you learn better by writing. Some of you learn better by reading. Right? But I guess the common theme is that you need to practice. And when you're doing the pitch, you just need to be firm. And you cannot be unsure, because when you're unsure, your client's unsure also, and that's where they will not buy. Alright, so I hope this video has been useful. Go and try it and let me know whether it works for you.